Oh, there you are, YouTube. Today's video is going to be a variety of things. I'm going to be talking about WandaVision episode 4. I'm going to be talking about this show on Disney Plus that I've talked about in the past. Going to continue the discussion. We finished it today. It's called Star Wars Gallery. Also, just have some footage of the snowy day we had today, playing out in the snow with the kids. Wasn't for too long. They weren't having that good of a time. But you know, I got some good footage there. So that's what today is. Let me start off with, I guess, WandaVision. I think it was episode 4, right? Because we had the 50s, then we had the 60s, then we had the 70s, yes, and then this episode was not the 80s. Instead, we're sort of getting an understanding, maybe not, I think we are getting an understanding of what's going on with Wanda. I guess spoilers, maybe. You know what, I don't know, because I don't think we fully know anyway. She could be doing this to herself. It could be somebody else, but we're leaning now, seems pretty heavily, that she is the one doing this. She is the one in charge, creating this false life. But this episode felt very cinematic in many portions of it, like the very beginning, because it's somewhat of a, I guess it's a, I don't know, it jumps around in time. But like the blip, which I haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, so I learned from a friend that was called the blip. It wasn't called the snap, it's called the blip. So we see people coming back from the blip in this episode, and that all felt very cinematic. It was like watching a movie, that portion. But other portions felt like, we were watching, a great television show. But this was a very cinematic episode, and I thought that was great. Plus, we were bringing back characters from other shows. There was someone from Ant-Man brought back, people from Thor brought back, like Kat Dennings. There was that it? Maybe were there more? Anyway, that was pretty cool as well. And yeah, I'm still very pleased with this show. If anybody was like worried about what was going on in those first 3 episodes, which I absolutely loved, I thought that was very like risky move for Marvel, which the more risky they can get, the better for me, because I just feel like they play it safe a little too much. But maybe people are feeling a little more comfortable now that we're in this 4th episode. It's like, okay, this is more, their speed or something like that. So anyway, great episode. Can't wait to see what's next, or if we get maybe another full episode or so with Wanda and Vision in an episode of television. It would be cool to see the 80s. It would be cool to see the 90s. See what inspiration they draw from there. Speaking of inspiration, like this show draws upon the 80s. Where am I at now? Oh yeah, that gallery show with about Mandalorian. It is so good. We finished season 1, but season 2 is actually just one extended episode. But we watched all 8 episodes of season 1. But today we watched 6 episodes. They're kind of short, so it was easy to get through. But we finished that first season, and it's great. It's just wonderful to hear how that show was made. One of my favorite, they have a great episode about the music, which is awesome. Practical effects, the digital effects, this room that they have. Oh man, they said it 100 times. I can't remember what it's called. If you remember, comment down below. It's like some room that they had where they had like these screens that were projecting locations so that the actors could act in front of it. It was like projection, but it wasn't, it was similar to that sort of technology where people are acting in front of projection, but this was like LED screens. The Dome, no, it wasn't called the Dome. The Void, no, it wasn't called that. I can't get it. If you remember what it is, please let me know, because I've completely blanked on it. I just keep wanting to call it the Dome. It's not called the Dome, and it's not called the Void, but it's like a single, if I remember right, it's a single syllable word like that. But anyway, that was a great episode, but I think it was the last episode where they talked about all of the connections, because I think that's what that episode was even called, all the connections that Mandalorian has to past Star Wars things. And we're talking deep cuts, right? Ice cream maker deep cuts. Things from the Ewok show or movie. Were those movies chopped up into shows, or were they shows edited together into movies? I can't remember. Anyway, those shows / movies had an evolution. Regardless, I mean, we got some deep cuts coming from that. The holiday Christmas, it's not holiday Christmas special, the Star Wars holiday special, you know, great influences there. Stuff from all, you know, each set of the trilogies, stuff from the books, stuff from video games, stuff from animated shows, just its extended universe. It's everywhere. They've plucked from everything using all sorts of different types of technologies, practical effects, CGIs, blending them in together to create this fantastic show. So it's on Disney Plus. It's called like Star Wars Gallery Mandalorian, something like that. I don't know. It'll be in the title of this video or something. But yeah, that show is great. So check that out if you like special features and things like that on DVDs and Blu-rays. That's basically what this is. It's the special features of Mandalorian Season 1. And again, I still have to watch the Season 2 extended single episode. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, right now, I guess let's move to the outdoor snow footage, which I'm going to put in right now. The second we brought them out here, they got into the water puddle, so we have to get them new mittens. She's getting you new mittens because yours are soaking wet now. But cold water. It's hard letting kids be kids. The snow is very beautiful though. New mittens being put on. I love the way the snow looks on the lattice. That is awesome. Love the look of the snow right here on these branches. On this like compost wood burning pile. Love it on those trees and vines. Even this chalk, sidewalk chalk, looks beautiful. Throwing snow at me. And that was our time outside. Very brief, but it was fun. I guess, yeah. Perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.